Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have a special, well, rather special game, because this is going to be a 4v4 on City 17. That is, of course, City 17 Winter, as you can tell by the incredible amounts of snow and white. But yeah, so before we introduce our players, I do have to, I guess, apologize beforehand to any of them. I mean, no disrespect by not paying attention to your early game, but this is a little bit of an experimental game for me because, well, one, I just want to see how the new resource tabs and information is going to play out here with the replay, to see if I can utilize it by myself or if I still need to, you know, spend some time and do some overlays for 4v4s if I want to cast those. So I will be needing a little bit of your, you know, feedback to tell me, you know, what I can and cannot use. I can tell you for a fact that I know that I'm not going to be using both the resource and player information on at the same time because it clutters the screen ridiculously. But anyways, besides that, let's introduce our heroes today. Our hero today, first off, is going to be Aquiles, playing for the Germans. This is Germans against Soviets, obviously, so no mirror in any side. So for the Germans, we have Aquiles starting off as the blue player. His partner is going to be 3SS Totenkopf, playing as the teal German. We also have the good old yellow German, and that is going to be... wrong one. Sorry. Here we go. You. That is going to be ZaiS, playing for the Germans again. And lastly, we have the green player in the green trunks with already full grenadiers out, and that is going to be Snipers 2. Again, all for the Germans. So now, the Soviets are going to be led by Macos as the red player. His ally in the pink or purple is going to be Ottoman-AKINCI, as I said, purple. The orange player is going to be STC Daedric, and the colored player is going to be STC TANZEEL. All of them playing for the Soviet army. So here we go. So yeah, we have engagements all across the center. This map, City 17, is basically a cluster all across a line in the center. You can see that there's no capturing points nearby. The closest one is a watchtower in the center or the medical field in each side. We have the munitions points flanking the edges of the map, here and here. And we have the fuel points in the center right next to the victory points, which are right there. And another fuel somewhere around here. There we go, that's it. And we have the victory points spread across all three through the center. Big engagements all across the center, but like I said, this is a bit of an experimental game for me because I wanted to see all this new information. Now, if we pop up and use the new resource tab, yes, we're going to see all the information about our players, as you can tell. Although the color coding is, you know, a little bit lacking there. It just shows you yellow for allies and red for enemies, which kind of sucks, but, well, unfortunately that is the case. But it takes up a big deal of the map right here, so we can't actually see, like, where the piles go. Where did the piles go? They're right here in the map, but I can't see them. Oh, there it is. And then we also have this information, which is the player names and all the damage and units that they have killed, which, combined with this, kind of covers pretty much the entire screen and leaves us with this little sector of the map here to be able to view what the hell is going on. Now, you know me, usually I like to use this mode when I want to show off the team game, so we can see the entire map. You can see here maximum machine guns, MB42s, you can bunkers getting laid down, mortar shells lying all over the place, conscripts getting shot up in the center of this building. I don't know. I like the approach of being able to see more. However, well, this is more informative, but I don't like it at all. Now, I was thinking maybe just doing this, taking away the resources and just sticking with the information, but this also kind of takes up a little bit too much of the screen, in my opinion. But I guess it's, you know, it's doable. You see the Germans here taking possession of the kind of center of the map. It's a little bit over to the right-hand side, but yeah, they're doing pretty well there. Left-hand side, we have the blue player engaging against the green player over that victory point, but forcing him away. A lot of mortars on each side. We have two mortars and two maximum machine guns here, so a lot of investment in those heavy, weapon teams. So yeah, so I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I utilize this information and just go? Because we do have, general information as far as damage goes and unit kills. And we can also just hover over here to see what type of doctrine has been selected. We see that ZaiS has selected the Elite Troops doctrine. We also have another Elite Troops for Totenkopf. And we have the Mechanized Assault for Sniper Flu. Macos, for his part, has the Shock Rifle Frontline Tactics. And we have Soviet Shock Army and Assault Tactics, with 2 players still undecided. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, don't feel that great about the way that it looks. Still, it would mean a lot of work to get those overlays working, but I don't know, maybe. I'm gonna take it off right now because it isn't really important in a team game, at least in my opinion. So we're just gonna look at the game and try to see as much as we can. So I'm not gonna take off the taskbar because a lot of you have mentioned that you like being able to see at least the map control. So we'll keep that on for now. So engagement over here near the center point. Massive engagement all over the place. Kind of hard to really tell what's going on. But we have choppers pushing into the center. Grenadiers trying to hold the line. MP-42 set up in the trench. A half track here for support. Flamethrowers already going up against the choppers. Choppers actually push forward and pick up an LMG. So that's actually great for that squad, although they're getting burnt alive by that half track. So they need to get the hell out of there. And a Panzer Grenadier squad now with veteran C2 pushing on them. I believe this is from a player with Elite Troop Doctrine. Yeah, that's why it only has 3 kills, but already veteran C2. Forces away the shock troops. So let's take a look at the attack map and see what's going on. Engagement's still going on here in this sector. A lot of Soviet forces just pushing up with heavy weapons for support. And over on the left-hand side, we have these 2 players just duking it out individually. This is the poop versus the green. And half-track is also coming up on this side, which kind of be tough. Now, this player is Sniper Flu. We said the Sniper Flu selected his doctrine. That is the Mechanized Assault Doctrine. So he actually has Assault Grenadiers, or should have. I believe I saw, yeah, they're one of them is retreating, so that's nice. And a little bit of a lull in the fight. Let's flip the map around. Fighting over here kind of died down. We see Soviet forces pulling back. We see the German forces pushing forward to capture that fuel point. Victory point wise, it's currently in the favor of the Soviet forces, but it's 500 to 473, so really not any, nobody is really in this right here. Center point getting captured by the Soviets. We have a half-track pushing forward with the flamethrower going up against the shock troops and everything, so nothing here that can actually damage the half-track. AT gun does move into setup, but it is shot blocked by the ruins here, and the half-track turns in a very awkward angle. Gonna get shot in the frontal armor by that AT gun. There's a nice shot. Can they get a second shot off? No, the half-track manages to mask itself behind this fence and gets out of there, barely alive. Left-hand side, we hear an engagement, although we don't see an engagement, so never mind. It looks like it was actually in the center. Here we go. So Grenadiers pushing into the center. We see a poop-colored combat engineer running away with his flamethrower. And we hear G43s going off. That's from these Grens. Very nice. That's ZaiS going for the G43s. And Panzer Grenadiers going for the victory point. On the right-hand side, conscripts pushing forward. MB42 set up. Another MB42 running away. So penetration here by the Soviet forces. They're going for the victory point. Victory point is dislodged, so it's going to stay neutral. And new units are apparently ready to deploy. So, what are we looking at? Aquiles got himself his doctrine, and that is the Assault Support Doctrine, while TANZEEL finally selected his, and that is the Shock Rifle Frontline Tactics. So, a lot of combination here of doctrines, pretty much. Everybody has a different one, except for Macos and TANZEEL. They have the Shock Rifle, and ZaiS and Totenkopf has the so, a little bit of business there, but we'll pop off. Checking out the resources. All players are pretty decent of an amount of manpower, so nobody really, floating that much. Bundle nades going down on these shock troops. Nade getting tossed in return, but forced away. Big engagement over here by the fuel point. A nice bundle nade there by those Panzer Grenadiers. Clears out that conscript squad to 1 man. It's going to probably force a retreat, but I don't think it's going to make it out. It's actually not even going to retreat. It's going to hold the line in the face of danger. Now finally retreats, very low in health. Barely makes it out alive. Scout car pursuing a conscript squad on the retreat. It's a 5-man squad, so it will make it out alive. Mortar, 120 mortar set up, getting flanked by a... What was it? Well, I saw flamethrowers going off, but I don't know what it was. Scout car barely makes it out of there alive with a sliver of health. Conscript continue to shoot at it. but nothing here is allowing it. I mean, they're shooting. Conscript squad throwing Molotovs into the fire. Molotovs into the Panzer Grenadiers, causing a flame there to go off, but the Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers are in a good position. They're flanking that fire. Rifleman going down on one of the conscript squads, going to eliminate it. They hit retreat, but it goes down on the small arms fire. And that scout car stays alive and moves up to the left-hand side here. Far left-hand side, we have another engagement. Still green and poop duking it out. AT gun takes a shot at that half-track, nails it, but it manages to get the flank. The AT gun turns around, but once again, it's getting burned alive. And we have a, what is this? Mortar? Whatever. The weapon, what is it? Yeah, it's a mortar that got cleared out. Maxim machine gun holding the house, now very low and held down to one man only. And that assault grenadier is forced away. Blizzard coming in. We all love those blizzards, don't we? And we see the German forces pushing into the lines of the Soviet Armada. They take out an AT gun and they're now going for the Maxim machine gun. The Maxim machine gun gets flanked by the Panzer Grenadiers, both Panzer Grenadiers, and this is, we also have this option to see the names. And that is Totenkopf and Aquiles going in for the assault during the blizzard storm, and they're actually clearing out incredible amounts of weapon teams. That's a Maxim machine gun, 2 AT guns, and who knows what else they're going to be able to get. They continue to push. They're now a little bit split up. They're focusing fire on this, what is it, a fuel cache, and a grenade goes down. A little bit of a waste there, doesn't actually kill it. Something else could have been used. Panzer Grenadier now loses his last friend and is forced to retreat, although it is veteran C3. And the Panzer Grenadier continues to push south and is going to get right on top of that other AT gun and clear it out, which is quite annoying for the Soviets. That is to be STC Daedric's AT gun. Once again gets cleared out. So very nice push there by those Panzer Grenadiers. Maxim machine gun also moving down to engage them, but they could actually get the upper hand on that Maxim machine gun as well. They managed to shoot one of the men, but they decide to disengage and go back home.
Our industry grows to support us.
Left-hand side, mortars from Sniper Stew, still just bombarding the position here of the poop player TANZEEL. AT guns, mortars, the Maxim machine gun did get reinforced. There's another mortar there, decrewed, and yeah, that's about it. Do we finally have tanks? We do have a tank coming in. No, that's actually a Panzerwerfer. So, kind of weird that there's no tanks, but it is only 12 minutes in, although we will probably see them, but resource-wise, pretty much everybody's spending, although we have a player here, and that's Macos, already up to 700 manpower, so could do with spending those resources a little bit better. But let's see, Macos has the ability to call in an IS-2, but I'm pretty sure he's not anywhere near that, so I don't know what he's doing, but well, whatever. The blizzard is finally passing, which means that aggression will start picking up. Left-hand side, we have the Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward, getting right on top of that AT gun, clearing it out with that bundle lane, very nice. And Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers pushing forward. Maxim machine guns, however, are set up to cover. There's one on the left. The house did go down, which means probably that Maxim machine gun inside collapsed and died with it. Yeah, we can see there. The weapon is actually floating. Nice. Anyways. So that left-hand side is going to be contested in a little bit. Over in the center, we have a massive engagement here. A lot of forces. Incendiary barrages going down. We have forces pushing over to the left-hand side of this building. We have conscripts meeting them out in the open, down to one man. That squad goes down. 2 squads still left, but those are veteran C3 Panzer Grenadiers. And he's placed over there to assault. Panzerwerfer moves in. It's a veteran C2 Panzerwerfer because of the doctrine choice. And here comes the artillery barrage. No, it decides to stop. It's going to reposition and barrage in another angle. This was a strafing run called in by Aquiles. And there goes the Panzerwerfer. The Panzerwerfer is shooting in that direction. And there lands the shots. Nails the mortar. Very nice. And that Maxim machine gun looks like it also took a little bit of collateral damage. Strafing run going down, forcing a... No, that's actually a shock trooper squad. Never mind. Left-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers and Grents. We're trying to probe and prod into this sector, get incendiary barrage and force a retreat. A Panzer Grenadier squad stands resolute and decides to hold. Conscript squad retreating in the face of G43s and gets annihilated. And again, a little bit of a lull in the fight. Panzer IV for Sniper Stew, moving over to the left-hand side. And we have a half-track retreating because, well, it's not a tank. So all those caches are going to be lost, and we see that the left-hand side has been broken, and the Soviets have lost that flank. Center map, the Panzer Warfare continues to just shoot barrages into the center. The watchtower has gotten capped by a stolen Maxim machine gun for the German players, and they pop it in that watchtower, which will allow them to suppress these upcoming conscripts. The conscripts, however, are in range to throw a Molotov. The second conscript moves up, and I'm assuming they're probably going to throw a Molotov. The watchtowers, I believe, do provide less cover than standard buildings do, and yeah, you can see that by the rate at which these guys are dying. It's essentially just a building that gives you cover. Panzer Warfare taking a barrage right on top of everything, but no, it actually ends over to the center of the map, and that Maxim machine gun gets cleared out, and the watchtower is going to be recaptured by the Soviet forces. Panzer Warfare having to back off since there's a lot of approaching infantry in this direction, and even though it is a vehicle, it still hurts when you get shot. And over on the far right, we have some shock troops retreating in the face of Panzer Grenadiers and MG-42s. MG-42 set up in this house, shooting from a very high angle, very nice. And pretty cool. Panther now on the field for Aquiles, so they're going to have that armored advantage. We have some still more half-tracks coming onto the field. We have a T-34 standing around in the Panzer IV, and we have the Panzer Warfare back there. Panther goes forward, going to aim at that fuel cache and take it down, reducing the income for the Soviet forces. Maxim machine guns, AT guns set up there. The cache goes down. Oh, interesting. The Panther takes a shot at the AT gun in front of it and destroys it. And center map, Panzer IVs and T-34 looking it out with a MG-42 shooting at the T-34, which doesn't actually do much at this point. And center map is the major engagement. We still have a lot of forces here for the Soviets and a lot of weapon supports back there. More Panzer Warfare coming into the field. This is a very nice artillery zone. This is a really nice cluster. We have a Panzer Grenadiers one getting mauled by the AA gun on that half-track, but it is just standing there, taking the shots, and there it goes. Nice barrage there by the Panzer Warfare right on top of everything, but doesn't manage to get any kills. And there it goes. Well, it didn't actually get any kills. Well, it did get 6 kills, so never mind. That's wrong.
Fucking Ivan never quits.
Left-hand side of the map is pretty much empty. We now see Sniper Stew just being able to hold the site. We have a AA half-track over there, but with no support. So yeah, the major engagement is right here on the right-hand center. So IS-2 now on the field for Macos. Pushes forward, gets shot by the pack gun. The Panther is still there as well, and it turns to shoot, but it is getting, mauled by the IS-2 weapon, and the AT gun behind it. IS-2 takes a shot, but actually misses it. Well, it bounces off the armor, now getting pelted by 2 Panthers and a pack gun. So it's going to go down pretty fast. Pack gun penetrates. There goes the second shot by the Panther, and down goes the IS-2. So no luck here for the Soviet forces. Let's go ahead and take those resources. Everybody seems to be fine. We have Ottoman a little bit in the floating part of the manpower, but I suppose that's fine. Damage-wise, we see that the German forces have inflicted more damage than the Soviets, and they also have way more kills as far as units, so they seem to be doing rather well. And the AT guns are forced to retreat. AA guns in the center, and we have Panzer forces moving out. And, well, another major engagement. Nades going down all over the place. Bundle nades on top of all the infantry. Panzer Warfare could be used to shoot here and annihilate these forces. They are very clumped up. But where are the Panzer Warfare? The Panzer Warfare are a little bit further back. Do they take a shot? No, they're all the way back there. See that Panzer Warfare back there? But no need of a Panzer Warfare. They send in a Panther. They take out that AA gun, and they're going to go for the crush on all these infantry. They hit a blitzkrieg on that Panther, and the Panther is now hunting the other AA gun, gets right in front of an AT gun for the Soviet players, but takes a shot at the AA gun and is going to take it down to the second one. But the half-track actually barely makes it out alive. Nice control there by Daedric. Germans have broken the lines in the center of the Soviet forces. They're able to penetrate and capture the point. Victory point-wise, 440 for the Germans, 221 for the Soviets. MG-42 opening up with their incendiary rounds, doing a lot of damage to those infantry and getting them suppressed. But on the left-hand side, we see a penetration here by T-34 and the AA gun of the player. That is TANZEEL. LMG-equipped Garens trying to hold the line. We have MG-42s back there, and what else is around here? We have a pack gun back there just to defend. Shock troops pushing forward. G-43 is being utilized. A nice barrage there by the Panzerwerfer, hitting those shock troops, doing some decent amount of damage. Down goes 2 of them. Panzer Grenadiers and Garens pushing forward to support Snipers 2, and Snipers 2 is getting a little bit flanked on that MG-42, although the shock troops are running straight into the arc of fire of the MG-42, and are going to get shot and suppressed. Control there. Center side, we have some conscripts and another MG-42 engagement, getting the suppression, while we have conscripts over here engaging the assault grenadiers. And yeah, Tiger now in the field for Aquiles, so that should seal the deal here in the center. The IS-2 already is down, and we have pretty much nothing on the field. We have some AT guns that are sprinkled around the zone, but I don't think there's much else that the Soviet forces can do. Left-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward straight onto the victory point. There is a half-track, no, that's a tank, and a conscript squad retreating, but that is about as much as the player can muster. Retreating with all his forces going back home. And a reconnaissance run, actually no, a strafing run here by Aquiles, hitting some stuff. Doesn't actually look like it's hitting anything. Shockers going for the center, getting assaulted by a Panther and some assault grenadiers, so they're not going to be able to do much. And here comes the strafing run, suppresses that shocker squad and moves away. Artillery barrage right on top of where the AT gun was, clears out a squad here. That was a bio squad, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, combat engineer squad. But yeah, I mean, the Soviet forces have been broken. We have a T-34 over on the far right-hand side with some AT guns and conscripts moving in for support. But that is about it. Brown player has fallen back all the way to his base. And the retreating unit there was from an AT gun that is now going to get recruited by the German forces. So, yeah. I think this one is already in the bag. We see Poop player pushing out, TANZEEL going in force into the left-hand side of the map, leading the charges. The T-34 and the half-track manages to force away that Grenadier squad. Grenadier squad is going to inform the passing Panzer IV that there is infantry coming their way, well, enemies coming their way. And we now see a barrage here by the Panzerwerfer right on top of everything. Ooh. Well, actually, they managed to dodge everything. It was a very nice barrage, but unfortunately didn't hit anything. So, yeah. Panzer Grenadiers with Treks pushing forwards, opening up on combat engineers. Shock troops on the side of the half-track. They're now going towards the center. Ram going off on that Panther, gets penetration and gets the crit. Is now going to get repaired by the bios, but that T-34 is now done for. Half-track trying as much as it can. We have a T-34 behind enemy lines over here on the on the right-hand side. And another Tiger gets called in for Aquiles, which should solidify his position. Center map, some combat engineers moving forward. Left-hand side, these guys got crushed. The half-track is getting charged by the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is focusing, however, on the combat engineers. Half-track now on its own is now the focus of the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is turning its gun. The half-track trying to get out of sight, but no, it gets shot by the Panzer IV as it rounds the corner and down it goes. So the Poop player is now with a Panzer IV in the front of the base, with a Panther coming in for support. Half-track in the center of the map is the only thing holding this line for the Soviet players, but yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's much else that they can do. Another blizzard is coming in. More barrages, more everything, incendiary barrages coming in for the on the Soviet player's base. Shock troops pushing over to the left-hand side, trying to go for something. Center map, we have some conscripts and shock troops pushing out together. There is some tanks moving around. This is Tiger, and everybody's moving in to try to stay together and stay alive. But you know, half-track getting caught in the open by the Tiger. They're now dead. The conscripts push forward right on top of that Tiger, but the Tiger is denying them the ability to cap this point. Apparently, actually no, sorry, they actually have this point. The Tiger is mauling, however, the infantry as they run around it. They Ura to get out of the way, but now they're only going to get, they're going kind of run into bullets a little bit faster. These conscripts are trying to get behind that Tiger, but the Tiger is getting in their way. Now down to 4, now down to 2 here. They run through that AT gun, they recrew it, losing the entire squad. They're going to turn their sights on one of the tanks, which is right in front of them. But nope, they get cleared out before they even manage to land the shot, and the other conscript squad gets annihilated as well. Maxim machine gun pushing forward, trying to set up a line. Conscripts getting mauled by the Tigers and all the tanks in front of them. And that's about it. In front of the player's base, we have an AT gun shooting at the tanks as they approach, but it is 2 tanks, so it doesn't stand a chance really. More AT guns setting up in the front of the base. This is for Macos. And on the right-hand side, conscripts and shock troops getting assaulted by more Tigers. Not able to do much. Points still ticking down to 37. Let's check those resources. The German players are a little bit floaty here, but they do have a lot of population caps, so they don't really need to spend it anymore. And the Soviet players are, well, some of them are down. We have Daedric a little bit high on the manpower, but I think it's really a point where it doesn't matter much. So AT guns continue to shoot. They're duking it out with a stolen AT gun. Shock troops behind enemy lines managed to go for a point and decap it apparently, and they're trying to kill infantry as they retreat. But the Soviets are now down to 10 points, down to 7, so a couple more ticks and the game is going to be over. So I suppose I'll just end it here. Well, not end it here, but start the outro and say or ask that you let me know, what do you think about just doing the cast like this? Is it fine? Because if it's fine, I'll do it like this. But I mean, obviously doing this, I don't feel is actually beneficial to anybody. It clutters the screen way too much. We're not able to see pretty much anything. But it does show you a lot of information, so maybe you guys like it. But personally, I don't. Or I could, you know, start investing a lot of time, considering it has to be for each player. But I could, you know, put the information for each player and make my own overlay, which again takes a lot of time, but you know, might be worth it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.